Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the career 3D artist known as Gabrielle Salonga. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at this infinite illusion here. We're also going to explore influences from the Dreamcore aesthetics. Let's jump right into it. So whenever you first see this work, we're met with four ball pits, mirrored endlessly beyond sight. Your first impression is likely one of, awe or wonder as we wonder what exactly we're looking at here. So the first thing I notice is a placement in space. Of course, we have four ball pits. Our perspective is behind the green one here, and we see accents of so many different kinds, primarily light on dark accents. Of course, that dark voided background is the perfect background for that. So colors within this composition are quite wild, right? We have a diverse range of tones here. These kind of clash and fight for the viewer's attention, and may even add a sense of energy or chaos to the composition at hand. And so this illusion is quite interesting, right? Like I said, you have four ball pits and they're mirrored endlessly beyond sight. We even have, say, a sense of symmetry mirrored across a horizontal axis. This may give a sense of harmony, but of course that is interrupted by all the texture and the immense diversity of color within this composition. And with this in mind, how do y'all feel when you view this piece? Do you feel chaotic? Does it put you at ease? What do y'all see when you view this piece, or how do you feel when you view this piece? So like I said in the opening, we have four pools here. It is quite deceptive, right? It looks like we have just an endless amount, and that is the nature of that mirror and that reflection. So there is kind of an interesting illusion that's provided by that. And we see these ball pits, right? The ball pit is a pretty interesting symbol. Of course, to many people, this is going to give a sense of nostalgia, but to others, it's just going to look like a simple ball pit. So, also a question there, what do y'all see here? Do y'all feel that sense of nostalgia, or do you just see some simple ball pits? I think that's a pretty interesting question. So within this work, we have influences from the Dreamcore aesthetic. The Dreamcore aesthetic always deals with a sense of nostalgia in some way or another. So of course that ball pit is going to provide that so well. Actually, I have some additional pieces from the original artist here. I'm going to bring those in and see what we can learn. Alright, so I brought in two additional works, one of which is created by the original artist of this piece here. Of course, we have Gabrielle Salonga's render, and then on the left we have the piece from KLA. Of course, all three instances can belong to the Dreamcore aesthetic that is dealing with a sense of nostalgia in some way or another. What you'll notice is the two pieces on the right have an influence of horror, right? It is a little unsettling and certainly immerses us within that quite well. And then the work on the left, we have the ball pit, also reminiscent of nostalgia, such as in the piece before us here. So I want to bring those in. There's a lot of debate over the Dreamcore aesthetic and what it truly is. So I want to bring those in, give some more insights on the Dreamcore aesthetic. So I keep coming back to it, but it's just so central to the work at hand, this mirror, right? It mirrors endlessly and gives this incredible illusion. This even may remind us of fractals. Fractals go off endlessly into the void and can even be overwhelming at times. So we talked about the Dreamcore aesthetic, but another thing I wanted to mention is the influence of something like the backrooms, right? We see this infinite void that just goes far beyond sight. This may remind some of the infamous backrooms aesthetic. Of course, people going into liminal spaces such as abandoned hallways, abandoned malls, any place of transition and taking photos, kind of reminiscent of the work before us here, but, all in all, we are standing within just a singular room that is mirrored endlessly beyond sight. And with this in mind, how do y'all feel when you view this piece? Does this feel unsettling? Is it a call for exploration? What do y'all see when you view the work at hand? So this is a stunning and memorable piece. There is no doubt about that. This work is a digital render, so it's created a digital rendering program. That program is going to be Cinema 4D. I know a lot of pros who are using Cinema 4D to create their renders. There was also some assistance with the Octane render engine. So all in all, of course, the digital render does an amazing job of immersing us within the scene at hand. So really hope y'all enjoyed today. Like I said, this was a memorable piece. There is no doubt about that. Did y'all see a sense of nostalgia, or did you feel something unsettling here, or maybe even both? Like I said, I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all see, or how do y'all feel when you view this piece? So we talked about so many different things today, from influences of the Dreamcore aesthetic, things that may be reminiscent of the backrooms, even this, compositional clash of color, so many diverse colors within the composition. So like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist doing some amazing stuff in the world of the digital render, as well as some other mediums as well. So like I said, if y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Polar Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.